Hold on. If I turn the audio up, it'll work. Tap it and back off a little bit. Okay. There we go.
Just waiting for it to come up.
All right. Maybe we'll get some sound and we hear ourselves. I don't know.
All right, I hear us.
Okay. Oh.
Waiting for. There we go. Yeah, I hear him.
Okay.
I hear the game. Perfect.
Oh, it's got it situated.
And I do have a pre-show topic that I think is a fun one.
Okay.
So, as you know, games have been getting more expensive.
You don't say.
It's one of the reasons why games that are free to play are doing so well lately. People can't afford them. Borderlands 4, the regular edition, is going to be $80.
Yeah. You have $80, don't you?
Right.
Basically.
Basically. The official quote is, real fans will pay $80 for Borderlands 4 and will find a way to make it happen.
Yeah. And I really, like, to give him the extreme benefit of the doubt.
Yeah.
Okay. To give this man that said there's the extreme benefit of the doubt. Okay. Yeah. It is a reachable price.
Yeah.
Now, to use an example from a time, I don't have all the details, but when you're living at home, well, if you go for inflation and everything else,
Yeah.
the most expensive console of all time is the Atari 2600.
Right.
What's up, Will? What's up, Remo?
Hey, Will. Hey, Remas.
But you're using time. It's like, yeah, if you're living at home, you know, and you don't have bills and stuff, that's very easy to make $80 happen.
Right.
And honestly, he had audio this time, and
We're getting there.
working on it. You know, it kind of compared, because honestly, your target audience for Borderlands 4, you are not. So yeah. But your target audience now is not, you know, kids in school with a summer job.
Yeah.
Trying to get stuff. You know, a lot of your audience is going to be adults.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, those that played and grew up with Borderlands.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I understand.
That's your audience.
That angle of it.
They have jobs now. You know.
I don't think he cares enough about the common man for that.
I don't,
personally.
Yeah.
But
it's a thing of being so far removed.
Mr. Pitchford.
You forgot what it's like to struggle. You know.
Yeah.
Like,
and on top of that, we have like Red Dead Redemption 1 and 2 going up in price in other markets, not in this market.
Yeah.
But in other markets, and some by like a considerable amount, like $20 more for nothing new, no new content. It's not like a new version of the game came out. They just bumped the price up. And we've talked about this before. They're all going to do it now. Nintendo got away with it, and so they're all going to match.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
And we're all just supposed to live with it, I guess, and just pay for the extra. But instead, what's happened is I haven't bought any new games since.
Yeah. True. Unless, well, I think that's.
Yeah.
Yes,
No,
there's
ridiculous.
That big deluxe edition, big box edition thing they call it, which you don't even get a box for.
Right.
You know, and you're paying, and let's be honest, you're paying that for something you don't own.
Yeah.
You know, they can say no, you can't play it no more.
Right. I paid $60 for Monster Hunter Wilds. I've gotten my value out of that, you know.
Yeah.
I'm going to play it again Friday with Bandit. We're going to do the new Street Fighter collaboration content.
So I think $50 or $60 is a fair price. When you start getting up to, you know, maybe the deluxe editions be $70, I guess, but
yeah,
when you start getting $80, $115,
yeah,
you know,
it's too much,
you know, or pounds,
yeah,
you know, as the case may be.
Well, and it wasn't that long ago that people were like, man, look at Star Citizen over here. It's so expensive. Why would anybody ever pay for that? And then now the starter edition for Star Citizen was like 109. We're getting close to that.
Yeah. It seems a little. It does seem a little bit strange because Nintendo, obviously, Nintendo is a trendsetter, you know, about things and not always good trends,
Right.
you know. It's kind of weird. I feel like because of the way the world is now, their marketing strategy seems a little bit different.
Yeah.
Like I used to expect Nintendo to be like, yes, we're gonna have, you know, for example, the Switch 2 is the new one, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we're gonna have the Switch 2. You know, no, you don't get to buy it over here. The Japanese get 6 months,
Right.
to buy it,
Yeah,
take
and
care
that's
of
the way
it,
it was.
enjoy it.
Yeah,
you know?
absolutely.
And so Nintendo's recouping their money, or trying to recoup as much as they can of it at a get go,
Right.
nationally, and then going out to the world.
Yeah.
Now, you know, the Switch 2 release, it might have a little bit earlier release in Japan, but I don't know.
I don't think it is. I think it's the same. Well, we are now getting a delay. It wasn't originally intended to be a delay. We're getting a delay because of tariffs.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I don't know how long the delay will wind up being.
I don't think it'd be very long.
But no, it's weird too, because it used to be like you can see through each company, right? You had the time where it was, well, with Sony, you don't have to buy a new controller. You don't have to buy a new memory card. You can use those on the next console. Your games still work on the next console. And then it's, no, that stuff doesn't work anymore. Pay the upgrade fee.
Right.
With Nintendo, it was, yeah, no, your saves will carry over. We'll back compat all this stuff for the Wii, where you can use memory cards from the GameCube and you can hold save data from your Game Boy and use all that. And now it's nothing transfers.
Yeah.
And then with Xbox, it was, you can play any old game you own.
Yeah.
And then it was, well, you got to have an internet connection, you know? And
Yeah.
it just, man, I don't know how they all keep making these huge missteps.
Well, there's a jump in backwards compatibility. Obviously, the further away forward, the bigger leap you got to make it to get it go through.
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
So it's once again with the internet age, instead of building that in, it's all patches.
Yeah.
Anytime you put a game into, the only thing you need to, you know, you can go look up a list for a 360 game or an Xbox game,
Right.
and see. And if it's playable on here, when you put it in, it's going to patch it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I don't disagree with you, Remas, but
did it crumble then, or is that's where it ended? That's
what I was gonna say.
finishing thing.
That's when it finally broke.
So blatant at that point that there was no more, like silly excuses.
That's when it was, hey, pay for an upgrade fee.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But I did.
Definitely.
Did your game crash?
Oh, I guess it did.
Oh, interesting.
So we can get it going again. Go ahead and keep the conversation.
I did definitely want to mention, though, one of the big things that's always bothered me is, I say always, but ever since the launch of the Switch, Nintendo goes, hey, you can pay to play these old games that they're emulating on the Switch, right?
Yeah.
We're not stupid. We can see how they're doing it. People have broken Switches in to be able to see how it's being done. They go, well, you can pay to play this game, which I don't have a problem with. I don't have a problem with pay once to own this game that's old, and especially when it's like $8 or something, you know.
Right.
But then you also have to pay for a subscription.
Yeah.
To be able to pay to play those games.
Well, so for businesses,
What?
subscription free fees are a absolute dream.
Yeah.
Because everything's about stockholders, nothing about the workers or consumers.
Yeah.
Everything's about stockholders. Let's see if it okay.
There it goes. It caught it right away.
So that's good.
Yeah, RIP Virtual Console. Who's using it now when you have to pay for it? Not me. Not me.
Like I got one of the little Nintendos, got a bunch of old Nintendo games on it. No, like that. Yeah, it was $20. Mm-hmm. You know.
But as long as it runs, you got them.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Nothing breaks down.
Stupid Virtual Console.
Let me see if I can get in World again. Okay.
So while you're booting in, I actually had like a toss up between pre-show topics, and we can keep this one going, or I can go to the other one. But
the other one, 'cause we could probably all of us, everybody here could probably throw in their 2 cents and gripe about this for a while.
Right.
You know.
So I'm curious.
Move along.
I'm curious how you feel about this one once I tell you. But basically, You know how there's always like different companies trying to do big Twitch tournaments and stuff, you know?
Yeah.
Well, AT&T did one that had a couple big name streamers in it, you know? But none of them, I'm going to word this very carefully. None of them that were necessarily hurting for money, right?
Oh, we're going to get there, Will.
Big streamers. We're going to get there. And in this tournament, they basically had people that were good at some of the games in the tournament. It was like a 5-game round robin style.
Okay.
Each team plays each game, you know, once against another team, you know. Effectively, what this means is that one of the teams wound up with playing the newest Call of Duty with only one player that actually played Call of Duty. And so they got destroyed, right? As they would. That's what's going to happen when you got a team of people that play professional Call of Duty and a team that has one guy that plays Call of Duty, you know. The way the tournament worked was you got points for kills, which, as I'm sure you can guess, is a problem.
Yeah.
Because what that meant was, in this tournament that was supposed to be just for fun, and the prize pool was pretty low, with all these streamers being big enough that they probably made more than that in a couple days of streaming, you know. They farmed the team for kills. Mm-hmm. And it was bad content, because it wasn't enjoyable content, you know. It upset the other team so bad that one of their members just quit the tournament.
Yeah.
Because it was supposed to be a sportsman-like tournament, you know?
Yeah.
And in the fallout of it, it has led to a lot of arguments because the team that farmed them ultimately won by 1 point.
Oh.
And so they got that point because they farmed them, you know?
Yeah.
There's no question about that fact. But it led to a lot of arguments of, well, should they have been allowed to farm them? How could the organizers have stopped them from farming them? And there was some other stuff that probably was closer to cheating that happened in the tournament. They weren't supposed to use kill streaks, and somebody called in an attack helicopter, you know?
Yeah.
One of the guys got up enough kills that he could have sent in a nuke, and he just didn't do it because you're not supposed to use kill streaks. But that's how much they were farming them.
Okay.
You know? And so there's a lot of back and forth on the internet right now of, well, were they right to farm them? They were within the rules to farm them. So was it okay to do that, or should they not have done it? And it just... I'm personally of the opinion, if you're in a tournament that's for fun, or let's have a good tournament, a good stream, you know?
Yeah.
Probably don't sit there and farm them. You know, go for content's sake.
Well, if you're just farming, it's kind of like that. To me, that doesn't require skill. So yeah, what that kind of takes away from that part of it.
Yeah. But also,
yeah, that's true.
It was $2,000 each on the line, you know.
Yeah.
And so I can't necessarily blame them for going for it, because if I'm sitting there and I realize, hey, I could just farm these people and get a free $2,000. Yeah, it's going to be hard for me to say no to.
Right.
But I don't know. It was definitely a weird situation that I think hopefully tournament organizers have learned from. Need skills to farm. That's true. Because why would you make it about kills instead of about who won the game?
Yeah.
Because like they didn't just play Call of Duty. They also played like League of Legends, and I think that's one of the reasons that people are so angry is because the team that got farmed on was winning in League of Legends and chose not to farm kills on the other team because they were trying to be sportsmanlike.
Okay.
And so then they got farmed on, you know?
Oh, that's rough.
And it's
like what happened to me in high school.
Right.
I lost a vote for most friendliest. By one vote. I voted for the other guy. He voted for himself.
Oh, that sucks.
So.
Would you farm? This isn't farming sims.
Right.
Yeah, even objective-based games like League of Legends were kill-based for some reason. That's what I'm saying. It's a huge misstep on the tournament, in my opinion, to do it that way.
I realized but if this room was any tougher, I'd have just Leroy Jenkins to.
Yeah. Well, I also switched to blue so that I could heal you better.
Okay.
Because I wasn't able to heal you very much as red. I was killing things like crazy, But then when we got separated and I'd run to you to heal you, you would die before I could heal you.
Fair. Yes.
And so I'm more stun based and everything else now.
Sweet. Okay, that was a blast. I got.
No, my personal opinion is they shouldn't have farmed them, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But also, if I was the one there, would I have done it? I can't say.
If you be specific with the rules because people try to be clever.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes they pull it off.
I did not realize it was out, Remas. If I had, that's what we would be doing Friday. Though, of course, I'd have to buy it first, and that'll take a little bit, maybe. I don't even know how much it is.
Battle Destiny Remastered. Okay.
Oh, this is a block door. I remembered we were supposed to be in Durthang, but I didn't remember what we were supposed to be doing, and now I'm seeing. Indeed. Now I'm seeing baubles and coffers and 32.99 pence
Pounds. 32 pounds, 99 pence.
There you go. There you go. I'm a stupid American.
Yeah. So what is that? $45?
I'll probably wait for a sale. Retribution.
Yeah.
It is nice being able to stun so much. But
Yeah, that could be real handy.
I think we did split up again.
Yeah, here. Kira cry.
There he is. There he is. Kira would have cried at what we watched earlier.
All right.
Then he would have been right too.
That was Will letting us know he's ready for us to talk about narrative.
Probably. What did Remas just send me?
Yeah, so we did watch the narrative movie. Where are we at? I'm trying to find Trey right now.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Remas. He sent me a link to the games page.
How much is it?
I didn't follow the link.
Oh, okay. I was kind of curious, so I didn't even close. I was thinking about $45.
Sorry, I didn't follow it. Oh, no, that's not what he sent me. He sent me something else that, thank you, that I probably shouldn't say on stream, but I'll show you.
Okay. Yes. What have y'all done here?
Also, I'm going to buff you while I'm over here.
Okay.
Come on, Trey.
Come on, Trey. Okay, no.
Thanks, Remas.
All right. So, I will say this. As far as the characters go in narrative, I don't hate them.
Yeah. I don't think I like them either, though.
I mean, they're not anything standout. I mean, there was nothing where I was like, I can't stand that character, you know?
Yeah.
These count as archers. I gotta kill archers. The story's kind of interesting.
That's the word I'd use for it.
Yeah, that's... it is one of the good...
I just want to say real quick that I kind of hated this movie. I just want it on record.
Yeah. He groaned all through it. I will say that.
It was my first time seeing it. I'd been waiting to watch it because we were doing the full rewatch. And
Well, as a standalone thing, okay.
if it was not a Gundam movie, I would have enjoyed it a lot more.
I think so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They have gone so far with that new type.
that's one of the problems.
Because I don't necessarily think you need something bigger and better every time.
Remas, after the first 30 minuets, it actually gets a lot better. When it gets into the ballad halfway through. No, I mean, I'm with you. I think you can do some really good stuff with new types. Like, partway through this movie, when I thought it was going to be 3 people from the Flanagan Institute trying to live a regular life, I was excited. That's a cool premise.
Yeah, but also once again, there are very predictable things in there. I did like some of the. I did like the flashbacks going back to just to make sure to Zeta.
Yeah, those flashbacks were nice. The shot of the car, the shot of the Psycho Gundam.
I did like those.
Luo and Co. No, for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think for the faults that I may have with Tomino, or the storytelling, whatever, I definitely like his new tights best. Mm-hmm. Right, to where it's just one step ahead. It's not this whole big, a complete, You
mean they can't time travel whenever they want?
Right. Yeah. They're not gonna have a world-consuming new type power because they figured out the power of love.
But don't you understand? Michelle loved Yona too. Don't you get it?
Yeah. How'd that work out?
Yeah. I think I've said it before. I hate love triangles. I hate them. And I'll think of the love triangles I hate. This is one of the better ones. But I still don't think it actually adds anything to the story,
Yeah. At least getting quests done, just beating the crap out of stuff.
Yeah.
I got a name guy I was supposed to kill.
Yeah, he popped up just over here. Did you get him? You did, okay. Yeah. So we killed that guy. But we still have two more to kill.
Okay. Where are they?
In here.
Drearstar and Magtar the Furious. Okay, I'm guessing they're around here.
I would think so.
Probably one of the other rooms is sad.
But no, I have walked away from the movie with it maybe just either above or below Char's counterattack for me, and I am not sure which one.
Yeah. I can see that. I think there's some things about it that I'll argue better than Char's counterattack.
Yeah.
But both of them are horrible. Mm-hmm. So now, credit where it's due. Like the whoever was doing the Foley sounds.
Oh, Foley was great.
Oh, that was probably the best so far. From the footsteps, that slap was great.
Yeah, that was really good.
But the below, obviously. See, this is why I don't trust Gundamites.
As the Phoenix, as a design, I don't hate the Phoenix.
Yeah, I think it's actually a pretty interesting looking suit.
I like the wings.
Yeah. But it's really the only standout suit in this show for me, really.
Yeah, I don't like the narrative.
There's nothing special about any of the other suits shown.
The Stein is nice, but it's just another version of a Sanaju, which is a suit I already liked.
Yeah.
And then the Neo Zeong 2 is just, it's big.
Once again, same as many times I said, the animation is beautiful. Mm-hmm. Great animation.
Big beam cannon Chester. Yeah.
There was that one time where what's her name's face was all off. Michelle's face was
Michelle.
all really kind of have a hard time drawing it from that angle.
No,
and what's his name? Iago.
Yeah, Iago.
No, the bad guy.
Oh, Zoltan.
Zoltan, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool.
He did the crazy. I'm crazy. Oh, I'm up here fighting through these things.
Oh, I'm coming. Let me put my Dr. Pepper down.
This is not going to be.
I'm stunned, but I'm going to head towards you.
Apparently,
where are you?
My guy's a little bit drunk, so I'm going to drink a potion. That wasn't a very good one.
I got you.
Wait, take that guy off. We can bring down this name guy. I think we'll be good. There we go. Okay.
All right, I'm gonna put down a ward. Okay. Oh, did Boggy grab that guy? Go, Boggy!
Boggy's like, I ain't playing.
That's the other advantage of being in blue is I also get to have Boggy back.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hate Yona. I don't feel like I really got to know Yona.
Well, what kind of sucks about the whole thing is that the story doesn't matter.
Yeah. No, it's just over as soon as...
Even if it's been a great story, it's inconsequential to the whole thing.
If not, what's going to happen in universe years, and nobody's going to ever remember any of that.
Yeah, and you brought up a good point, man. If you're excited to see Benager, that's not,
Unironically, my favorite scene of this movie is Benager firing the beam magnum and having a spare arm ready for his mobile suit.
Yeah.
Because it got wrecked by the beam magnum. Other than that, that's the only scene I liked. Like, really liked. Jim Quayle. Yeah, there's a lot of good mobile suit moments in here. Especially the shot of Dakar with the Zeta era mobile suits flying over.
Yeah.
But,
well, I think honestly the member berries.
Yeah.
And this would actually I don't hate them. They're good.
They worked pretty well, I think.
Yeah.
Although, because you brought up the member berries, I do have to say, this movie tries to retcon a bunch of stuff, and I'm not okay with that.
Yeah. And that might be mistranslation.
It could be. It could be. But about the time they say that he got possessed by the ghost of Char.
Yeah.
What? No, he didn't.
What? You know, like, Camille had a psycho frame. No, what? No? What?
Yeah. They talk about the psycho frame and then show shots of Amuro reuniting with the White Base crew at the end of First Gundam. Camille, like, absorbing the souls, which that's not what happened, though that's what they say happened, is that he absorbed their power. And then Double Zeta, when he goes to fight and he makes the big beam saber.
That's exactly, I want you to understand, that's exactly what Trey yelled at the screen. Right after going, no.
He did not have a psycho frame. They didn't exist yet. Unless the whole point is that they used Unicorn's time travel to go back and give him a psycho
Apparently
frame.
it screwed everything up.
Yeah.
That and like there's one of all the crap a Gundam series does not need. Time travel is like number one on that list.
One of my favorite things of this movie is at the end, Benager tells Yona that it's okay, you'll die one day too.
Yeah, pretty much.
What? Oh man, this movie's bad.
Yes.
Oh man, I hated this movie.
Yeah, I don't think. Like I said, in and of itself, I don't think. But if you're coming into it like a Gundam fan, and you really know, I think it kind of is an aggravating in the least, maybe.
Yeah. When they said he got possessed by the ghost of Char, that was a slap in my face.
Right.
When they said new types weren't the spirits of the dead come back to aid their friends.
You knew it.
But we're actually like now on a higher plane of existence and we're crossing the veil to do that.
Yeah.
When they talked about bodily going to the new type dimension to be able to be immortal.
Well, I made a comment, and it's not. I'm not trying to call out any religion or anything like that. But this is like the most Buddhist Gundam.
Yeah,
I'm saying, and that's a real. Not in a weird way.
Right.
It's not like actually Buddhist or big. Like
I think it's actually underselling Buddhism, right? In a lot of ways.
Yeah, but there's something about the for lack of a better word, religion of this universe.
When I come back, I want to be a bird.
Yeah.
What about you, Yona? I will say, though, for all my problems with this movie, Brick, that man knew what he wanted, and he stood by her to the end.
Yeah. Yeah, that's... After a little moo, a little la-la.
Also, if the new type dimension was a real thing in the Unicorn universe, why didn't Benager go there so that he could see Marita Cruz again?
Yeah, I don't know.
Why didn't, like, Amuro come back to help them? If you know?
What?
Oh, that's a bot. Will'll get him.
Okay.
He always does.
Since we got less than a minute till ad break.
I can't understand the idea behind. Actually, it's not that the spirits of the dead were reconnecting in the moment of their death to be able to lend their, like, consciousness to them and then they would be gone. It's
Appreciate you, Will.
Thank you, sir. No, actually, they're just leaving their dimension.
Yeah. No, I thought it, yeah. A little strange. I really do, that I can't agree more that to me, no new type comment, because that's, I kind of feel the same way. As they really overblown what that is into something I don't think he would have intended.
Right. About the time that Zoltan, who has other issues, like him existing causes other problems with full frontal and everything there, but
yeah,
about the time that he uses new type powers to crush a giant canister
yeah,
of helium-3.
You're right.
Like, what?
To cause the fusion reaction.
Uh-huh.
This would be bauble number 7 for me.
Ooh, that was the sorcerers too. Did you get the one over here?
I don't know. Let me get this one. This there's.
See, Rundgren will never know that story because it's a manga-only story.
Yeah, I'm not. I see it over there.
No, so at one point, in one of the mangas, Amuro's biocomputer from the first Gundam is like installed into a new Gundam. And then it goes on like an AI rampage.
Oh, okay. That's terrible.
There's a reason why I've never brought it up before. But it's a thing that happens. Also, this is set 1 year after Unicorn. Judo still hasn't come back from Jupiter.
Yeah. I'll tell you that. He got Rue on his arm.
Yeah.
He's not about to put his neck out there.
That's true. Hey, you're right.
Exactly.
Boss, you're right. I guess it just really bothers me too because this movie, it fixes one of my problems with the end of Unicorn, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Which is that, I get that reference, Remus. Which is that at the end of Unicorn, they act like finding Laplace's box and opening it solved all their problems.
I know. Yeah.
And so it does fix that by like, oh no, people are still, the war's ongoing, But
Did I get that?
Everything else.
There it is.
Just.
Yeah. Just say, it could be better.
Yeah. They definitely could. You're hitting really hard here. You got stronger, sir.
Yeah. A little bit.
I still want that story at some point about the new types from the Flanagan Institute. That would be cool. What did Will just send me? Hopefully it's someone rightfully raging against. Oh, thank you. It's about the Sinanju and the Neo Zeon. I was going to say, hopefully it was somebody raging against narrative. Like, the further away we get from talking about narrative, like from watching it, the more I hate it. Also, we still missed... Oh, no, he's right there. Okay. I was going to say, we still missed one name, dude.
Oh, we didn't? We got to get him.
All right, I'm going to Bane Flare. And I'm going to Light of the Rising Dawn.
He's not causing much trouble with that one guy.
I meant to stun the big guy, but instead I stunned this other guy twice. Oh, well. Stuns in the healing doing pretty well.
A rare Mordor chest.
I'm still missing a bauble down there somewhere.
Yeah, same here. But that one's finished. Oh, wow. That was a good chunk.
Nice.
Guess how much I could have got.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were really high up. I'm just saying.
Should we jump off?
No.
I considered it. Yeah. No, I would love to hear that story be like broken down, because like the idea of these who were captured by the Titans, right, forced to work for them, experimented on, that would, yeah. For what?
Oh yeah, I talked straight about your girlfriend.
Music was good.
I did. The music was pretty solid. There was there's one song on there, man. They had like the auto tune was turned all the way up.
Yeah,
not all the way up. It was thick.
It was up there.
Yeah. Oh sure.
I'm still on it, man. I'm so sorry, but I'm still on the idea that they didn't. Whoever wrote this story did not realize that what Amuro, Camille, and Judo had was not a psycho frame, and they did no research to double check it.
No.
Like, that tells me they didn't even watch Zeta Gundam. You know? They used a bunch of clips from Zeta, but they didn't watch it themselves, or they just didn't care and decided to retcon it anyway.
Well, some news about Tamino recently. I can't remember what it was. Like him making a surprise appearance somewhere.
I know he went to the One Piece Cafe recently, and come out as a One Piece fan, which is, he does not talk about other people's work that much.
Yeah.
So that was like crazy.
Well, it's not in any way in competition with anything he's done.
That's very true. Well, you have
Big
to
bias too.
you have to watch this movie now, Faith. You have to watch it. It has nothing to do with Lisa. She just sings a song in it, but you got to watch it.
Solid song.
Where is this last bauble?
I'm
got to
think-
find the cells.
Yeah, I think I want to say they're going to be downstairs.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe not. I do believe we cleared all these sides. There's no door.
Watch the MV of the song. No! Share my pain. You won't even know the characters, but oh, there's so many enemies here.
Where'd you go?
I went down and forgot the bottom floor was full of enemies.
Yes.
Hold him, Boggy. He's actually he's tanking really well. I forgot that when they redid Lore Master, they also redid the pet scaling with your level. Look at how little damage Boggy is taking.
Actually, though, as a Gundam, if you're not, you just want to see some, I don't think it's actually that bad.
No, if you don't know anything about Gundam, it's actually a pretty decent
Yeah.
mecha movie.
If you decide to go back and start filling things in, you're going to have some questions.
Yeah. I did. I had a really good time playing Helldivers on stream, Rimas. It was fun.
What's the matter with
No, I played Helldivers with Rimas, or not with Rimas, with Bandit. Rimas was not able to be there, and we missed him for sure because the final mission that we did took like 45 minutes and took forever to complete.
Mm-hmm.
We were outnumbered the entire time.
Sounds like a good Helldivers run from what I know about the game.
Yeah, well, Super Earth has been invaded, so I do not blame you, sir. And so we were trying to defend Super Earth. I killed Rimas. Not this time. Oh, man. Possessed by the ghost of Char. Like, making it seem like
physically cringed.
Char was not also a new type, but instead was an old type at his death and died. Also, canonically, he didn't die. He's KIA, but he's not dead. Like, as far as we know, retake indeed. Yeah. From the end of Char's counterattack. Him and Amuro just fly off together. Ozaku indeed.
I think we were being hollered at.
My brain is still rolling over that.
Yeah.
Also implying that new types aren't ghosts, but there are ghosts in this universe.
Yeah.
Like, what? How does one become a ghost?
And which sucks is because with the premise of the Phoenix, you can bring in questions of artificial intelligence and all kinds of things with what they're doing with it, but no.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere along the way, somebody played a Final Fantasy game and decided that had to be in Gundam.
Yeah. Ah, that makes sense. That makes sense. The cells have got to be. Did we just go the wrong way in this side room? Because we hadn't been in this side room
door
before.
right here.
Isn't that outside, though?
Is this outside? I'll check.
Okay, I'll look down this way while you check over there.
No, it's just their thing.
Oh, I found the cells. We just missed this. Somehow.
All right, I'm coming.
I mean, I'm assuming these are the cells because there's cell doors here.
All right, so...
I'll come back.
Be there in a second. Give me a minute. I can go across that other side, right?
I think so. But it's behind you anyway.
Oh, okay. I was in the wrong way. Okay. My bad. I was looking in the wrong spot.
This way. Also, if they were able to make multiple, like, cyber new types, and one of them was intended to be the vessel for the people's will that would become full frontal, right?
Yeah.
And then there were failed versions of that. Why is this vault guard not hostile?
I don't know.
That's strange.
There's a sorcerer's bauble.
Then why wasn't full frontal anywhere near the new type that Zoltan was?
No, Zoltan was a failure.
Yeah. Somehow.
Zoltan's a poser.
I mean, I guess to be fair, full frontal did try to take Benager back to forward to the end of the universe. So I guess his cycle frame powers weren't nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, and the Helldivers update? At Comic-Con. I got you. Took me a second to catch up. At Comic-Con. I understand, sir. I understand. So it wasn't the cells, but it was the vault. I feel like there's a story reason he's not attacking us, and I don't know what it is.
Well, this is the vault. This isn't the cells. But we got... Okay, hold on. Are those counting for both of us? I got 4 of 12 ornate coffers.
Oh, the ornate coffers were all over the top up there. I got all those already.
So it wouldn't... Yeah, crap. All right. That's fine.
Because the rusty coffers and the ornate coffers are two different things. For some reason.
Okay.
Oh, it's a rook enforcer. Oh, I liked hearing the beam magnum again. The fact that Zimmerman and the rest of the crew that we know showed up with a new version of their ship, the Gran Sierras, and had like no impact on the plot at all upsets me.
Yeah.
It's not what new types were, man. They weren't demigods. They were
Right. Like I said, I like it when the noob type power was that his ability to be one step ahead.
Yeah.
That half second, quarter second of premonition is enough to keep them ahead.
Sorry, I'm just imagining the new type dolphin from X doing some of that stuff.
Right.
Also, if new types were that good, then how did Garrett beat one? Checkmate, old types.
I think this is the cells.
Looks like it. There is a cell door up here.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit this cell door.
Almost went off the edge.
Careful there.
I am on the wrong side.
I have freed a Nernhorth prisoner.
Yeah, I can see I'm on the wrong side. I gotta get across. I'm gonna fight my way out of this, though. Beat these guys' heads in.
this door too. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the doors just in case they have to like respawn
Reset,
or whatever.
Yeah. Need one of those.
Well, Age is next in the like order, but when did Twilight Axis come out? Like, what is Twilight Axis? Let me check.
I was talking to Will earlier. I'm trying to remember what came where.
Yeah, Twilight Axis is technically after the end of Unicorn as well. So we might as well go ahead and finish it up and just get all the post-Unicorn stuff. Oh, that'll be easy. We'll finish Twilight Axis next week.
Okay.
Twilight Axis is nothing. Also, it sucks. So every once in a while when I turn my camera in here, I see the infinite void below this dungeon.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I feel about that. Also, only one of those cells counted, the one that had somebody in it, for opening the door.
Okay.
So
I just did that one.
just a heads up, you got to do the ones that have people in them for it to count.
Probably not dead people, huh?
Probably not.
All right, you come over here and smack me. I was trying to let this guy out. God, what are you, a guard or something, guard?
I have all three of mine now. IBO after age. Let me pull up the list. While we're waiting on Runger to get the cell doors, because that continues the quest. Let me pull up the list. I have it pinned so that I can always find it. All right. So we'll do Twilight Axis, and then after that will be Age, and then after Age will be Build Fighters. We should probably watch Beginning G. It's an OVA that like people loved it, and so then they made Build Fighters. After Build Fighters, we could go ahead and watch Build Fighters Try, which is the sequel, and then the movie.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
And then after that, we can go to Reconquista NG, which, as you know, is my favorite Gundam series.
Yeah, so you said a few times.
Oh, I hate Reconquista NG. I watched it twice so I could see if I just missed something.
Yeah.
And still hated it.
Yeah. Did you understand better why you hated it?
Yes. Yes, I did. Then after that is Gundam The Origin. Then it's Iron-Blooded Orphans. Gundam Thunderbolt, which technically Thunderbolt came out in between season 1 and 2 of Iron-Blooded Orphans, but we'll finish Iron-Blooded Orphans first.
Gotcha.
And then after that will be Build Divers, which is a side series to Build Fighters, but is its own series. Then after that will be Build Divers Re-Rise. Then we get to watch Hathaway's Flash. I know you've been waiting on that one.
Yeah.
Then after that is Doan's Island, which is the movie version of the episode we didn't get to watch in First Gundam because it had been removed from the US version of it. Then it's Witch from Mercury, Requiem for Vengeance, and then G-Quax.
Gundam.
Yep.
Okay, I can't find.
Did you get both the guys over here? There were two
so.
on this level. We did not watch Doan's Island. No, we had. I had the DVD version of First Gundam, and it did not include Doan's Island. And so we will watch Doan's Island as its own standalone movie because it had just got announced right when we went to watch First Gundam that they were making a movie out of it, and so we will watch that movie. And the reason I wanted to do it that way, Rimas, after we finish Twilight Axis, is because I wanted to give us a little treat of, hey, after all this time, we get to go back to First Gundam for a minute and be happy again.
All right.
So we can pop in Doan's Island whenever you want.
Okay.
We could go, hey, you really hate Age after Age, Doan's Island, you know?
Yeah.
Or if Twilight Axis just makes you that mad, we can watch Noah's Island after that.
One guy there. Those 2 guys down there are dead. Everybody's dead on there.
There's 2 people on this level to save. Or there are for me. I don't know if they're random or not.
Okay, maybe they are random because I don't see anybody else on here. I just have the one guy over there. Because there's no...
Because for me, there was a guy here.
Yes, I got that guy.
And then there was a guy here. It's interesting. So, that door is gone for you.
Yeah.
And then there was a guy up here.
Let's see this guy up here.
Think of buying some cells from it.
That's cool.
The cells from First Gundam are very, very nice.
I mean, there's a...
Chef Tanagawa. Okay, so that one will work for you.
Yeah.
Oh, I fell again. I don't understand then why this one's open for you, because this is where he was.
Okay, I think weird. Let me go back over here. That's not what I wanted to do.
I got your back from afar.
Yeah, I pulled too many things at once here.
Oop. Get him, Boggy. The bees, Boggy, the bees. I love it when he hits him with the bees.
Why? Will you send out the dogs? Or the bees? Or the dogs with the bees in the mouth? Shoot bees at you when they bark?
But what if your dog steps on a bee?
Oh, that's... Believe all women. That's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Definitely not her. Ugh. But don't you care about her dog?
Not in particular. I mean, I don't want anything bad to happen to it, but... So it says,
now that door's up for you. Maybe it just needed to...
So I guess so. There we go. So now let's talk to Anoth.
Mm-hmm.
There he is. Okay, good.
OG Build Fighters is so good, man. I'm so looking forward to rewatching that.
Build Fighters. Oh, okay. I was going to say no judgment, you know. Build Fighter, that's fine. That's cool.
Might not surprise you to hear Build Fighters is about Gunpla.
Wait. What did he say his name was? Yurzin. I know that name. Yurzin the Wily was a Kandahar leader who fought against Gondor. It is one thing to free the downtrodden of their captivity, but that was no villager or farmer. That was a battle-hardened Eastling warrior. He has slain soldiers of Gondor and rangers of Ithilien both. You have to get him back. He may still be somewhere in Durthang. Search in the northeast corner of the fortress. Now we'll search to the west. If we hurry, we might be able to catch him before he escapes and does further injured Gondor.
Just imagining Anoth, like, telling you all that in the background. You just hear...
Right. I'm having this conversation with Anoth. You're back there, like, fist-fighting an orc.
Get him, Buggy.
Right. So where...
Is it the store?
In the north... No, I'm going the wrong way. North?
He's back in the full Durthang, right? Not just the cells.
So we need to go back up and out of this little area.
Yeah. GB anime style. Yeah, it is Gunpla anime style, but I think it's done pretty well in my mind. The characters are really fun. I don't think there's a single character in Build Fighters I don't like.
Yeah.
They are very nice.
Once again, that Build Fighters is one that's kind of really set towards a younger audience, yeah?
It is. It's a little bit less serious, but there's some pretty serious stuff that can happen.
So it's not quite like Wink.
Right.
But
now, when we do watch Age soon, I will say Age has some great music. That's very little Age has going for it, but at least it has good music. I want you to know.
okay. Where's that?
Hey, big guy, you on charge? But now you're stunned. What do you think about that? Oh, he resisted it. He still got dazed, though. He didn't get stunned, but he still got dazed.
Okay. Paused him for a second. Of course, did I break the stun when I punched him?
It doesn't really matter if he did. It normally doesn't happen that way, but sometimes it's a chance to break free, I think.
Yeah.
Because, like, if I stun this guy, it didn't even stun him. He resisted it.
Yeah.
Fine.
This is West.
My wife, Kyunko. Kyunko's great, but
So is it
too young for me.
Oh. So would we go back through?
I assume he's got to be somewhere in here, right? In the northeastern section? Which, if the map is inverted, northeastern would be up here?
Why was the map being inverted?
Maybe it's not, but then this was north. Oh, back in the vault, maybe?
Maybe. Why both these? Where'd he go?
I went down towards the vault. Killing guards on my way.
See now.
I'm very close to a level.
wondering if
yeah.
Huh?
It's the vault.
Okay.
You were wondering what?
Never mind. This answered it. These? Oh. That easy wretch got the jump on me, but I gave him as good as I got. Not enough to stop him from rooting around in the vault. But he'll be as good as ever before he's gone a dozen steps from the fortress. My boys will stick him full of arrows. The trinket he took from the vault won't do him any good. He won't know how to use it. He'd rinse that vile thing into the east ring too. Just be in league with him. Now you'll die, the same as he will.
Hey, buddy, you want to be dazed?
Been dazed and confused.
And he's dead. All right, well, now we got to go back outside their thing. So unless you want to go get the rest of those coffers, we can leave.
Yeah, that's not really leave. More about the story, and just the running around punching was pretty good experience actually. So
yeah, I'm almost to another level.
here we go. Dun, 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 dun. And there probably not too many people would recognize being caught stealing by Chance Addiction, but that's okay. I got it. Made me happy. Leave it alone.
Steve Battle SP Natural actually does lock you. Oh, that's interesting. That's a really weird way to do that, but not terrible. Not a terrible way to do it. And then Build Fighters has Ovus too. It does. We'll be on Build Fighters for a little bit when we watch, because we'll also have Try in the movie and Beginning Builders G. The only Gundam that we're not watching in this whole list is we're not watching Gundam. What is it? Evolve.
I have no idea.
Evolve is like the 6-minute, like little small CG things. Now that's cool. And then we're not watching SD Gundam, which is its own series and has nothing to do with the main timeline at all, or any of the timelines. If you ever wanted to watch SD Gundam, I'd be down, but SD Gundam is very different. It is, what if the Gundams were people? And so, like, they're little miniature versions of themselves, and they are themselves.
Yes.
And then You have SD Gundam Sangokuden, which is what if the Gundams were people and those people were Romance of the Three Kingdoms people. Okay. So, like, the Tall Geese is Xiaohadun. The OG SD Gundams. The OG SD Gundams is fun, but it's not necessary. Captain Gundam.
None of this is necessary.
No, it's sort of.
None. No. I need to hydrate. Is he far across the map?
It's hard for me to tell because I have a lot of quests, but I think he is. It's an answer unspoken, right? No, unintentions. He's just ahead of us. Behind your legend, sir. And Gundam San. We will have to watch Gundam San at some point. I was thinking about doing that one maybe after Origin. It's pretty short. But it's pretty funny. It's a parody spoof that's official.
All right.
And so it's like Gundam characters, but in funny situations and stuff. Gundam San. SD Gundam Force. Yeah, that's the one that has Captain Gundam. It was also a manga.
Weren't they all? I saw Yosen fleeing from the fortress. Was not able to catch him. Some of the archers up above fired at him, and never have I wished for arrows to hit their quarry so much as I wished for it then. But he was nimble. He got away. You tell Anoth that Yosen stole an artifact of some kind from the vault of Durthang, but you don't know what it is. This is bad. We need to find him before he does real harm. And what might he have taken from the vault?
Good question.
What? Not enough room.
G-Gen Turtle. That's not a series to watch. That's a game.
Not the gold die.
Oh, the stupid dies.
Yeah. What? Thought I had some junk, but I don't. I'm gonna take one of those.
AC6 got a patch, and it was just rebalancing parts. I got excited for half a second there, thinking there was a new Armored Core patch. A rare Mordor treasure. Ooh. That's very nice. Emotional damage, indeed.
I do not know why Yosen was being held captive in the dungeon of Durthang, but it doesn't change the fact that he was responsible for the deaths of many good people during the war. I feel responsible for setting him free, so I need you to track him down. I would appreciate your help with this. I saw him disappear around the rocks to the northeast. He must be heading for Izamar. The gate in Karakan Angren, the bars passage from Udon to Dor Amarth. He must be trying to bring the artifact he stole deeper into Mordor.
I'm ready to go deeper into Mordor.
That rain is out soon.
Yeah, very soon. They're going to be adding a 2-player mode soon. Because it's 3-player or solo. But there's not like a dedicated lobby for duos.
I think they have more so. There's one thing that I think Fable 2 did right. And that was being able to, so it's like you own the game, I own the game.
Yeah.
I could bring my character in your world.
Yeah.
I couldn't affect anything, you know. I was just basically a follow around NPC. Where are you going?
I'm going through Durthang to get on this road to go to Izamar.
Yeah, so we go.
Will I play with Bandit? I don't know if he's going to be picking it up or not. I'm not sure what the initial... What have you sent me now, Will? What the initial, like, launch packages are going to be option-wise.
That's awesome. This whole line of people chasing you, shooting arrows, and trying to take you down.
Oh, thank you, Will. The narrative song. But I will pick it up whenever I can for sure because I want to play it and I'll stream it by myself if I have to.
Whoa.
I'm so stoked for it.
There's still things trying to kill you.
They confirmed an Elden Ring movie is coming out, being made by A24, an animation studio.
Yeah, I knew we were going to see a lot more, especially because finally, game adaptations have been okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it seems like the director of the movie actually is an Elden Ring fan. He has beaten the game 6 times.
Oh, that'll help.
Most recently on New Game Plus 2.
Okay.
I got drifting around.
All these people running back to the camp.
Boy. Oh boy. Oh
Where
boy.
are we going?
Oh boy. I got stuck. I'm going around now to where I'm supposed to go.
Okay. Here we go. Oh, I finally got up to you.
The way is shut. Or at least it feels like it is.
Big troll running after you.
He's after it.
All right, we're out ahead about in front of everybody now. Took me that long to catch up with the line of people that was chasing you. Past all of them.
My dog is back there somewhere.
We're banding a little bit. It must be a tough spot right there.
There we go. To the eyes and mouth. Oh, this gate looks sick.
Oh, okay.
I'll let Dark know.
Yeah.
It's a page of the book there.
I don't care about the book.
We also have to kill enemies around the eyes and mouth.
Yes.
That's one. I'm not streaming it, even if somebody does buy it for me, just so you know. I can't. Speaking of games coming out, though, and I'm going to word this very carefully because I know how litigious this person has been. There's been some more. Uh-oh. Yeah, take this.
All right.
I'll be back.
Find a crumpled paper covered in scroll. Well, I'm going to look at this for a second. Message can be read from the inventory. Okay. We'll hang out here a second. Hope everything went all right. And he runs away. I think he's fibbing. I don't think he got a call. All right. And now we can talk about him. Of that, I did. Will, I did tell him that you hate the end of narrative, and I have a Steam account too. Just saying.
It's either gonna be okay or won't. I don't know if I get another phone call.
Okay.
Security company.
Okay.
Show the message you recovered to Anna. They can be read from our inventory.
Yeah. So.
Hello, I'm back.
Okay. You know what? Where's he at? Oh. Hold the phone.
Oh, he's back the way we came?
Okay. Let's go on up ahead. There's a stable master, I do believe a milestone up in Lingris
Okay.
that maybe we can get to.
Let's do it. Through the gate. Mordor.
Build me an army worthy of Mordor. Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
I'm excited to go into the next section of Mordor.
That's basically it. We're into another story. If you can look, if you look to your left, you see terrifying mountains.
Mm-hmm.
If you look to your right, there's what we know as terrifying mountains.
Oh, nice, nice. I got really scared when I saw these guys red, but
Right. I think the skirmish camp is over here.
hey, Legolas is here.
Yeah, there's some pretty cool creatures out here too.
Stable master.
There we go.
Let's cut the causeway to ruins of Barad-dûr.
Got that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and milestone in this forward position,
Okay.
even if we got to run back.
Right.
And I'm gonna hit the kinship house.
Okay. Sell some stuff.
Yeah. Go hit that.
All right. Then I will talk about this litigious game dev while you do.
Okay.
So I don't know how true the first part of this is, so I'm going to be very upfront with that. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but Pirate Software, if you might remember him as the one who ran away in the WoW classic Twitch drama stuff, the mage that ran, he has been working on a game called Heartbound for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
And Heartbound recently was given one of the Steam tags that people can give for an abandoned game because there hadn't been an update in a while. Well, then there was a small update.
Will, be careful.
By Will.
Talk to you later, brother.
Effectively changed just a few things, but they were good changes, right? Fix some voice lines, fix some menuing, a couple
Knew it was coming.
specific lines. But that was all the update was, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people then began to accuse Pirate Software of making this update just to be able to get around that Steam tag and getting it removed from the Steam page, right? Now, the update did remove the Steam tag. You can't put that tag on the game if the game's had a recent update. But it has reminded people that this game is still in progress and has been and isn't done yet. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say that he's not working on it because he is, right? I don't want anybody to think that's what I'm trying to say, especially not him because he's tried to sue a couple people already. But ultimately, there are a lot of games that get abandoned on Steam from early access. And I don't think it's fair to get so frustrated with people when they say, well, it feels like your game is abandonware when there hasn't been an update.
Yeah.
I think that's a perfectly reasonable thing for people to feel. And I don't believe, and again, I'm choosing my wording very carefully, I don't believe that he agrees with me on that. Because from my understanding, there have been people getting banned from his Twitch chat for asking, well, when is the game going to be done? Like, what is the roadmap for the game?
Right.
And they are getting banned. And from the reports I've seen, getting pretty good at this litigious wording. I learned a lot from the Carl Jobs Billy Mitchell case.
Oh.
Sorry.
I want to sue you over something I said.
Right.
Okay, Bubba.
From my understanding, and from what I have seen, a lot of those messages were not people that were just being jerks, right? But maybe it's a sore subject. Maybe after you work on a game long enough, you start getting frustrated when you can't get it finished in time. I'm not going to sit here and say that's what's happening, but
I wonder if it's feature bloat.
it could be. That happens to a lot of games as well. But it has definitely been interesting to see the feedback on it and the other indie game devs that have just gone, oh yeah, no, it's taking you a while, huh? I'm going to make a game just to prove it can be made in that time.
Yeah.
And then make a game. And I imagine that's kind of frustrating too, right?
Right. It's going to get on your nerves a bit.
But it has definitely been interesting, to say the least. While you're clearing your inventory, I'm over here intimidating a dude.
Okay. Okay, yeah, that was one with King LSR. Okay. Give me a little bit of room.
Dol-Gabeth, the Black Word, the Mouth of Sauron.
Which really kind of surprised me because I've seen a few of his shorts, right?
Yeah.
And he seemed like straight up,
Yeah.
Pretty cool dude.
Mm-hmm. I do know, and this is not hearsay of any kind, I do know that there was a little while where people were getting banned just for using his old username. And I don't know why that would be a thing. Calm down.
Yeah. Okay. So he's back in the other spot.
Okay.
Right?
This guy has so many quests.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you got to use the other abbreviation for it.
Wow, how do you really feel about that show? Okay, I'm gonna take a nice slow travel, save some silver, back to the Uden Foothold.
Okay.
See if I come by him.
I am, out of curiosity, going to ride with you and maybe see if I can go faster than you on my horse.
I'll see if you can catch up to me. Maybe.
Your travel will be more true, more sure.
That possibly, if I don't, it will get off sometimes. It's rare, but it does happen.
Remember when our stable horses fell through the bridge in Rivendell?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, a lot of people use the full abbreviation for the full armor double Zeta Gundam.
Well, for remounts, that's a cigarette.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yes. Twitch.
Oh, here he is.
Yes. I'm going to jump off here. All right, I'm going to go back down to this guy. Let's read this off. What is this?
Yeah.
Did Ayarzen come this way? You saw the message you received to Anoth, and he considers it for a moment. This is very interesting. Urgaroth must have commanded these orcs to close the Azimuth. But the doors were ruined in the blasts from Rodrin and the upheavals of Mordor. They could not shut them all the way. Fortunate enough for us, mayhap. But even more so, it seems they have turned Easterlings away and not permitted them to pass the gate without the permission of Urgakor. Did they turn Ayarzen away? Is he still in Uden? Search Uden for the Easterling camp. There is one, Rudvorn, somewhere to the north. He may try to return to his people.
All right. So...
Up this hill? Right here?
Yeah, I think it's back the other way. But yeah, I think you're right, up the hill and then all the way down there. And yeah, that was a very interesting thing about all that drama.
Right.
Was the realization that he actually seemed to be very against game preservation. And I didn't know that because, like with you, I would watch his shorts and I was like, this guy seems really reasonable.
Yeah.
And I still don't understand any argument for being against game preservation that's not just I want to make money.
Yeah, it's this because games. This is a new form of art.
Mm-hmm.
Interactive stories.
Bunch of dudes following you now. And that's the only reason that makes sense in my mind for you not wanting game preservation is you want people to have to pay more money.
Yeah. Oh, I'll run past it. Get off my horse.
We got some dudes following yous. Dudes following you.
Take him out this spot. Yeah. Oh, stop. Okay.
Might as well kill him too. Why not?
So
Get him, Boggy. Thank you, Boggy.
See, here's Redborn.
Rudvorn.
Hey guys, have you? Oh, never mind. Fight.
Kill 6 of them, huh?
Yeah.
Why just 6? Let me kill them all.
Right. Way more than 6 here.
Do they drop anything good? Not really. Just a bunch of the stuff I already have.
Oh. Leader to deed. That's cool.
Nice. Captain. Captain. Oh, that sorcerer's got a ring above his head. Oh, you're about to die. You're about to die. You're about to die. I'm not going to be able to heal you in time. Yep.
Okay.
I was not paying attention to your health. I was paying attention to the quests. Oh, he did magics to me. Hell magics. I got you.
Okay.
Oh, we only got to kill 3 sorcerers? Yeah, it's simple enough to do. There's probably 3 sorcerers in this camp.
Well, that one will spawn again.
Yeah, it's true. Here's some health. Some health.
Yeah, I think I must have got some poison on me.
Hit him with
Something
one
I
of
didn't
these.
notice.
And hit him with one of these. For big AoEs.
Oh, the cats ran over there bogging. Regrets it.
Don't mess with Boggy.
Dadgummit.
There is a sorcerer over there. No, this Friday, we will have Warhammer. Not Warhammer. No. Brain, help me. Don't die. Keep going. Don't listen to Benager. We will have Monster Hunter Street Fighter collaboration. But then next week, and I meant to mention this when Will was here. I meant to send him a message and remind him. Next week, I will not be available, so we will not be streaming next week. I mean, if Runger wants to do something on Monday, he could, but I can't. So, but week after that should be fine. Solo leveling stream.
I can do that. Just skirmishes.
It's a good pun too, because of the series Solo Leveling, which won a Crunchyroll award. People really like that series. I like the manga. Manhwa.
Wait. What was that?
So many enemies. I cannot hit the dude on that tent. I don't know how long I tried to hit him, and I just cannot seem to hit him. There we go. Finally. No, he takes no damage. He's immune to damage.
See the things above his head?
Yeah.
Means he's stuck in a spot that he can't
Okay.
figure out a path to get to you.
Okay.
Let's keep people from cheesing too hard.
Yeah. So
Now,
we'll
it takes a
just-
second for that to kick in, so you can do it. You just gotta.
Right. Could be. That was our 3 sorcerers as well.
Okay, so now I gotta go find Anoth again.
He's further down the trail. Or so the quest says. Alright, Boggy had some time out. We'll bring out Barreled.
Okay. Let everybody stretch their legs.
Mm-hmm. Oh, other way, yeah.
I think he's back where he was.
Barrels? Get him. The frog pick again.
I think we've got I think we covered all those.
I think there are no more.
Which, if you have a small child, that's a good game for that.
I will keep that in mind.
What is that? Have you found a Yorzen? Let's see what
Enoch caught him. Okay.
We have found our quarry.
We have found our quarry. They're just sitting here by the road.
Okay.
Why didn't you see him when we ran up there?
Yeah. Big text box.
Okay. I know you two have followed my trail. Do you rejoice to pursue a man who has done nothing? There's no kindness in your hearts, no forgiveness. I am Ayorzin, the humble, nothing more. When I escaped Durthang, I thought to build my strength, find my allies, and rain destruction upon my jailers and a great multitude of my enemies, but it is not to be. I first went to the Eisenmouth, but the guards would not let me pass. I then went to my old camp, home to my servants and my sworn men both, and found it hostile to me. They have given Otakul the command, and all my servants and all my sworn men look upon me as a coward and an unwelcome stain upon the Kundala. Conspirators and ingrates, all of them. I sat down here by the road, once mighty Ayorzin, fallen so low, to have no place in all the world. I am not welcome in Golgoroth. Even the orcs spit upon me, and there is no place for me with my own kind. Despite my long military service, an impressive chain of titles and deeds, Otakul has seen to that. And Gondor, do not make me laugh, vile pursuers. Gondor would not welcome one such as me, and I care not for that invading land anyway. I have been waiting here for you to catch up and put an end to this miserable day. I surrender to you. Do with me what you will, but if you levy death upon me now, you will shame yourself and all your claim to honor. I am Ayorzin, twice imprisoned, first by one side, then by the other. What do you call yourself? And he is Anoth? I've heard more impressive names. Truly, I've worn them myself.
Look, sir.
Do you want this trinket? It is of no use to me. I stole it from the vault of Durthang, for I thought it might be useful. Yes, I wanted a valuable artifact to barter with some self-imported, greed-blinded fool. Okay.
Remus asked if you still had all the codes.
Do what?
For the old Wednesday games.
Oh, yeah.
He's trying to get you to play one of those next Monday.
Yes. Yes, I do. You don't believe his sad story, do you? It was called Eyorthan the Wily for a reason, no matter what name he takes for himself now. And all clenches and unclenches his fist with frustration. We cannot kill him. He is a surrendered man, and the tale he weaves is one of despair, whether I believe it be truthful or not. If we were to slay him now, we would be no better than Ugrakor, who betrayed the Thrandrim. But we must keep a close eye on him and not forget that he is our enemy. That our other enemies may have cast him aside does not absolve him of any guilt for his crimes. As for the trinket he gave to you, I think that any study of it should be reserved to Mithrandir. I feel a great deal of evil emanating from it, and shouldn't the wizard ensure that it's not a devious trick of Yorzun's before we accept it? It's a small curio, easily held in one hand, and his design is not of Mordor. I think it was fashioned elsewhere. Maybe that it stay in the vault of Durthang that's imbued it with the unpleasant aura that surrounds it. Bring it to the wizard, see what he thinks. And I'll sighs, clearly disappointed with the result of pursuing Eorzun. Suppose we have to bring our captive out of Mordor. I do not like this. I have much choice now.
All right, then.
Now bring the corrupted heirloom to Mithrandir.
At the Black Gate.
Okay.
Quite the ride.
Yeah, straight across the...
Cross Mordor.
Oh,
it's not time for rubber banding.
I'm going to go around the high road, I think. See if I can swing around.
You take the high road and I'll take the low road.
All right, I think the low road might possibly could be quicker. I'm not sure.
I'll be at Gandalf before you.
Look. We're under the Gondorian names now. He's Mithrandir.
That's right. That's right. And me
Oh,
and
crap.
my bogey will never meet again. In the barren, barren waste that is Mordor. Having some trouble in the high road, huh?
Little rubber banding.
Yeah. Makes it fun. Oh. Oh no, please don't.
Right.
Please don't. Oh, I've come to a complete stop.
Yes.
Oh boy.
Yes, you can't call song mode for me unless you're subscribed to my channel. And I've heard all my songs. And if you heard me sing that much, you probably don't want to get sing mode.
It should be,
Well-
yeah. It should be.
I thought it was one more week.
It should be back next week. There you go.
Thank you, Dagger.
Hopefully we get more Heinrich and Heimlich.
Probably have new music out soon. I just want to get it, make sure
Yeah.
it's copyrighted. What the crap is going on there? What's that? Hold on.
I'm excited for that new album.
Ad break's gonna end soon.
Kind of love ad breaks.
So what's going on here?
Not yet. I turned too quickly. Ugh.
I'm coming back down here. We ride. You gotta remember, Nightbot's kind of like the drunk uncle. Hey, it's that time. Huh? What?
You sure, Nightbot?
You sure? Sure about that?
I know what I said. Sad time.
If they don't play an ad, it's their fault.
Nightbot, did you say ad time or sad time? Sad time.
Oh, don't bring those up again.
They come again no more. One of those hard times come again no more. Man, this is a ride, huh?
Yeah, I'm making it. I'm making it. Mordor's not a joke. It's a pretty big place.
Yeah. It's almost like they had to march across it. You don't think you could have come a little bit closer, Mithrandir? I mean, maybe you don't want to step into Mordor at all, to be fair, but like,
Yeah, it doesn't seem like it, huh? I'm coming. Riding back through all the destruction.
very nice. I leveled. 1, 1, 1.
1 and 1 is 111. Tool. I don't expect to make I said either. That's cool.
What is this talk of prisoners? You have brought an East
Right. What is this talk of prisoners? You have brought an Ishling out of Mordor. You tell Mithrandir about Eorzin, and hand over the artifact he gave to you. The wizard studies it closely. This is not an heirloom of Mordor, but it is wreathed with corruption. I will see if there is aught to learn from it, but for now you should not trouble yourself with Eorzin or his purloined gift. Both will be watched, but we'll see what might be learned from either.
This makes me happy. I got a title.
Well preserved.
11D1.
A curious number, yes.
Quite respectable.
Yes. Adventurers who have sojourned into Gorgoroth have reported a great deal of discomfort, not only of the spirit, but of the body. The air at Udon is filled with choking fumes and unhealthy vapors, but somewhere worse than that produced by the mines and foundries of Ungluk. I've prepared a number of restorative draughts that should bring comfort to adventurers in Udon. I ask that you go to Anglak and give these draughts to any there who might suffer from these maladies. Tell them, too, they must withdraw. Every moment they breathe, the foul fumes bring them closer to harm and further from real recovery.
I held it in. The deed with that title came with a reward, which is too little butter on too much bread.
Yes. Yes.
That's awesome.
Little Easter eggs.
That's so cool.
All right. What we got here?
We gotta go all the way back to Anglak now.
Okay, I can't pull that in. Let me clear out some of those.
Anglak,
Okay.
which is another ride.
Yeah, and we're off.
Right back the way we came.
All right. Right back.
Yeah. For all the cool things, man. This Mordor expansion, right?
Yeah. Well, Mordor's not a pleasant place.
Like, I don't expect it to be Rohan, where there's towns all over with quests and stories, but
Yeah.
also, you don't have to make me ride back and forth the same trail so much.
Right.
It's not a thing we have to do. Oh, I accidentally got off my horse because I tried to use some fireworks. And there it goes. It wasn't letting me get back on.
Ah! I fell in the water.
In the water. I was trying to think if I've watched anything good recently, and I haven't watched anything, so there's not anything there to talk about. It's Minas
Not
Tirith.
quite.
Yeah, it's not that bad, but up the hill we go. And over the hill and under the hill.
Yes.
Through the air. Just a lot of mountains,
Yeah.
a lot of fire. Not what I would expect from Mordor, really. Come see scenic Mordor.
Right.
We have
Right now we
fire.
have discount travel, so. Let's see how it goes.
Even promising promotions if you can
Right.
get some orcs to follow you.
See what happens. I actually though I got quite a bit of experience through this little run we've done today.
Yeah. Almost another level. Those guys in Durthang were given really good XP. Durthang. Will the people in Anglak give as much? There's the first dude.
Okay, I'm almost there.
Good. Good.
Fill the air with choking fumes.
I hope when we finish this one, it doesn't say go back to Gandalf.
Oh, wait. Who I gotta talk to?
Oh, it might take them a minute to respawn.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Just a second, and not too long.
Not like the Seldor.
Right, no.
Thank
Didn't seem to be. Both of those pop right back up. Reindeer, take this. Brambeth, I bring you healing drought. Drought. Okay.
All right.
What have you done? You have stopped my men for their tasks. I lead this group of adventurers, and if they are not fighting orcs or searching for treasure, they are not doing their jobs. The air here is foul, that is true, but these are strong men. They cannot use that as an excuse to relax their effort. If you wish to be of help, you make your way into mine. It is delved behind the foundries here and descends beneath us for a great distance. Who knows what treasures await us in there? Care so much for the lives of these men, you'll be doing them a service if you thinned out some of the foes that lurk in there. You might find some treasure too. Bring it out here and we'll return with my men back to the gate so they may recover. But not before! Calm down, buddy.
Avalon.
What? Who?
Assume that's Rimmouse watched a movie recently. They spend most of their time in MMO. Paid based on their performance. Okay. That could be interesting.
All right.
Into the mines.
I come in.
Oh, yeah. I was down in the mine. I hate what the internet has done to my brain.
Chat pause. You scroll. Hold on. No.
Bunch of broodlings.
I kill him.
This is the second time, by the way. Just throwing this out here. The story has sent us here to Anglock.
Yeah.
I hated Anglock the first time, too. Just throwing that out there.
No, wait. Didn't it send us to the one on the other side?
It sent us to both. To Anglock, Durthang.
Ugh.
Some Arthurian influence. That makes sense.
Well, the name Avalon. I would think so.
Arthur.
That was we were talking about Miss earlier. Will and I talking about that. Could not remember some of the nights. I can't remember all of them.
Gawain.
Gawain, Percival, Lancelot. Of course, the author.
Garrus.
Yes.
Sir Guy of Gisborne.
That's Robin Hood.
You're right. That is Robin Hood. What is it? It's Gil Delisle. Then that's the other one. That's Arthur.
Oh, because another one's like Bethan or something like that.
Mm-hmm. There's Gilbert the White Hand.
Cedric, is that one?
Maybe. Not Garrus Vicarian. It's spelled Gaharris, but said Garrus. Just like there was Gawain and Gawain, who were two different guys, and Gawain now today is Gavin. I used to have them all memorized. I was a huge King Arthur fan as a kid.
Me too.
Sir Kay, Sir Bors.
Okay, so that's all of them.
Yeah, now we get to leave, apparently.
Yeah.
But there's also...
What? What do you see?
No, that's under Dulgabeth. That's another one. I thought that was for in here as well. So, yeah, we just need to leave. Gavan Guni. Yeah, from Tournai. That's him.
Tournai.
There were definitely some, like, weird ones, though, that I can't... Like, Sir Brahm was in there. I'm gonna look it up.
Okay. Now you should get a couple of different lists.
Not Knights of the Saint Seiya. Saint Seiya is a great show. Saint Seiya. Right. Okay, so like you said, bunch of different lists. But Sir Accolon of Gaul, Sir Algovale, Sir Agravain. That's one I definitely forgot. Agravain is a good one. Sir Bagdemagus, Sir Bedivere. Should have remembered that one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bors the Younger, Sir Brunor, Sir Kador, Calagranant. Sorry, if you want to read this, I can wait for more knights.
Lord, you found these few bubbles of the most treasure you could wrest from the mines beneath Anglak, foundry of the great Sauron. Places of great shadow will hold greater rewards. We're on the outskirts of the lands that were his. Perhaps greater treasures will be found where the grip of shadow is stronger. Goliath snorts. Or perhaps if you not know where to look, just as soon as my men have recovered from breathing in the noxious fumes of this place, we'll be back. The real treasure must be hidden deeper within the mine. Even so, a deal spoken is a deal done. I will do as I said I would, and my men will have a few days to rest and recover before we return. Greed of Mordor's getting into you, man.
The objective: talk to Mithrandir outside the Black Gate.
Yes.
You know what? I don't regret pulling up this list of knights now because I know what I'm doing while I'm slowly riding back to Mithrandir.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't put a stable master up here.
Throw him into the forge. We should. Sir Caradoc, Sir Claudin, Sir Constantine. Now, that one we got to mention because that's not an official Knight of the Round.
No, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You're going to have a list with as few as, I think, 12.
Yeah.
And as much as, like, 24, 26.
Yeah. No, Constantine named himself a Knight of the Round after he discovered joyees in a well. Because that's just a thing you can do, you know. Sir Dagonet. Sir Dinadin, which is, I think, actually from Tristan and Isolde, right?
Yeah, I believe so.
Sir Ector. That's a real one.
Which Tristan and Isolde is Arthurian.
Right. Sir Eric. Sir Garrus, as we said. Sir Galahad.
Yeah, Galahad, yeah.
Yeah. Sir Gawain. And some of these are just other spellings of the same name. Like Sir Gaheris and Sir Garrett.
Yeah.
Sir K, as I said, Sir K.
Circle K, okay.
Yep, Circle K. That's the one. Had a good Target membership with their Circle Club. Sir Lancelot, of course. Sir Lucan. Mordred.
That's not he's not a Knight of the Round.
I know. For some reason they put him on the list, so I was mentioning his name. And I'm skipping ones that I know aren't actual, you know. Sir Peleus, which I think was actually Sir Pellinor, but Percival.
Yeah.
Sir Sagramore. There's a lot of good stuff about Sagramore. Sir Urien. Sir Yvain, which is probably actually just Sir Gawain again. Spelled differently again, if I had to guess. Then there's a lot of other people that probably weren't Knights of the Round, but said they were, like King Anguish of Ireland.
Yeah.
Like, probably was not.
Well,
where is he? Is he further back? Oh, it's outside now. He's outside the Black Gate.
a little bit further. Come on. Come on, Calista. We got it.
Yeah, a bunch of other ones in there that I'm pretty sure weren't actual. Oh, he's with Eorzen. Interesting.
I saw a group of treasure seekers returning from Udon, so I know you did your duty and compelled them to return. They do not value their lives as greatly as they value their treasure. If they continue on this course, they will soon have neither. Treasure makes fools of all men. To linger so near the mines and foundries of Anglak is unwise, but these seekers of treasure, or indeed any, Who can say what foul work was undertaken for Sauron at Anglak? Or what terrible craft was done there in the name of the war? Turn around and talk to Iozan.
He fancies himself a wizard, does he?
Okay, shut your mouth.
He fancies himself a wizard, does he? Iozan knows about wizards and wants nothing to do with them. They are not as wise as they claim to be, nor as impartial. He says, none know what was made at Anglak. But that is already not right, for I know well. The great Ren Grond was made there, and wreathed about with spells. I saw it destroy the gate of the tall city myself, and if things had gone otherwise, there would have been no stopping it. Yes, I was in the war councils, and I heard the plans for Grond. Can this so-called wizard claim that? No, he cannot. It's a matter of pride for me, Eorzan the included. But now I have been replaced by Artikil, no doubt. He will not last. That is at least a cause for comfort.
Sure thing, Remus. This guy's got big talk for a prisoner.
Yeah.
He is impudent and
He is impotent and impolite, and he is abrasive. Mithrandir raises an eyebrow, and the faintest hint of a smile emerges beneath his beard. It may also be useful. I have an idea. Mordor has been closed to the eyes of Gondor for more than 1,000 years, ever since the fall of Dirthand and the expulsion of the Thandrim. What transpired beneath the shroud of Gorgoroth remained unknown to us, and it brewed a bitter cup of rumor and worry and fear. That was in aid of Sauron's plans as ever, for he knew the uses of fear better than any creature in this Middle-earth. But we have had one in our keeping who witnessed the last days of the War of the Ring from the other side. Eorzan walked in Mordor when the peoples of Gondor and indeed all of Middle-earth could not pass the bounds of that land. What did he see? What does he know? He claims he was not involved in the High Councils. He claimed he was involved in the High Councils of War. Perhaps that is true, perhaps it is not. There's no question that he may have knowledge of Sauron's lieutenants that we simply do not. Can he be forgiven his crimes? If his crimes can be forgiven, he might be given a new life in Gondor in exchange for the information he possesses about Mordor and the power structure in the Black Land after the downfall of Sauron. Speak to Aragorn. It must be he who forgive Eorzan these crimes, if any will.
Very well. Also, Remus, that's a great cosplay.
I've considered making a place in Gondor.
I've already been approached about making a place for Nornith in Gondor, for the enslavement of Mordor has stirred the hearts of the folk who freed them. I do not know if Eorzan merits the same treatment. The Nornhearth were cruelly mistreated by the overlords of Dunedain and elsewhere. Freedom was just a distant, half-remembered tale to them. But Eorzan led armies against us. He commanded his people to fight during the war. Many good men died on Kundalarb's blades before the White City. This is not an easy choice to make. Aragorn is silent for a moment, considering, and he comes to a decision. The words of Mithrandir have not often left me astray. Eorzan will be given a new start in Gondor, in return for the knowledge he can give us of Mordor. Speak to the wagon driver, Rathnor, and arrange for Eorzan's passage to the city.
It's a tough call for sure, but I think the information probably does weigh out.
There he is.
What's that?
What's that? There's another fella that needs a passage back to the city. Aye, I'll accommodate him. There won't be much room, but I've got a little more space if folk are willing to sit close.
Well, he stood up. I still don't trust him, though.
No, no way.
What is it?
What is it? You tell Eorzan that the king of Gondor has agreed to a bargain. Eorzan will be given a home in Gondor and his crimes washed away in exchange for what he knows about the situation in Mordor. The Eastling studies you carefully, and then he breaks into laughter. How grand! An offer of pardon from Gondor. I spit at this offer. I am not interested in the charity of this king. I have not yet decided which side in this contest will be the victor. Why then would I ally myself with any of you? I have seen nothing to prove that Gondor will triumph in the days to come, but I know of many dangers that still lurk still in Gorgoroth, waiting. Your people have brought Nirnhoth through the Black Gate and freed them from the captivity. I have an exercise for you. Speak these names to them and ask yourself why I would side with Gondor when there are foes in Gorgoroth such as these still alive, still active, and still angry. Speak the name Dulgabeth. Speak the name Urgakor. Speak the name Urodani. Does Gondor possess such terrors as these? I think it does not.
So Dulgabeth is the mouth of Sauron, the black word, right?
Yeah.
But don't recognize the other two. Ugrakor is the
one that brought down the Thandrim.
yeah. But what about the last one? We haven't heard that one yet, have we? Urudani?
I don't think so.
He was the mouth of Sauron. Vile knights rode at his command.
Italy shudders when you ask him about Dulgabeth, clenches his fist. I can tell you nothing of him that a dozen others could not. He was the mouth of Sauron, and his knights rode at his command. They plucked me from my village by the sea and marched me long leads to Udon, where I was put to work at the forges. I only saw the mouse once, from afar. He was too busy with Sauron's errands to spend time tormenting the Nirnhoth. But Sauron is gone, and if the mouth had a leash, it is now off him. We should not be speaking his name here, so close to Mordor. It will bring ill fortune. Speak no more of me. Speak no more to me of him.
Okay. That was cool, Remus. The picture of the Zeta, I'll show them to Rungren in a minute, but the pictures of the Zeta crash down like that. That's cool. All of them are cool, though.
Huja stares at you with wide eyes, and when he speaks, it is no more than a whisper. That's a really well-timed done.
Yeah, it was.
All right, calm down.
He got excited.
Look at the call. He is the captain of the pit. He knows no mercy. He delights in death. Tears well in his eyes as he speaks. His face is terribly scarred, but not always. They say Sauron punished him for nothing, punished him for something, held him in the fire. Huja falls silent and will speak no more, but his trembling persists for some time.
This is the one I'm most interested in. Uludani.
Aram stares at you coldly. You should not speak of Urodani. They say if you speak her name, she hears it and will come.
Too late for me, I guess.
Her kiss is death, her braids are torment. Have we not suffered enough? Let the Stone Maiden slumber and awaken or not.
Stone Maiden. Interesting. And also, man, the music kicking up.
Yeah. Do you see now? Sauron may be gone, but his servants were many, and they were beings of power and terror. And I've seen anything in Gondor that can hope to stand against even these three, and that is not the full extent of his lieutenants. And so I become a Yorzun the Unwilling, and refuse his so-called king's offer of pardon. I will remain between the realms until I taste which ways the wind blows. Right now, the breeze is rank, and it comes from Gorgoroth. Talk to Mithrandir.
Yep.
I believe Iorzen will still be useful.
I hope that Eorzen will still be useful to us. Indeed, he has already been so. But I think the artifact he stole from Durthan can be made to serve our purpose. And further, he has given us an idea of the evils that wait within Gorgoroth. The shadow that hangs on Mordor is too deep for you to pierce it without powerful help. But pierce it you must, if you are able to combat the villains of whom he spoke.
Okay. Oh, we're in chapter 2.
Okay, hold on. Out of room again. They give you any one more? Yeah, it did. Okay. Nice. I've studied the artifact that are yours and stole from the vault of Durthang. It bears a powerful corruption, but it was not made in the land of Mordor. It came from elsewhere. And the corruption that envelops it stems from its long stay in the Black Land. If this evil could be cleansed, I believe that Elrond could do it with a powerful and vital force for good. Before that can happen, however, we must do something about the corruption that Mordor has worked upon it. There are different methods to accomplish this. Those wise disagree beyond the effectiveness of each. My preferred means for such cures bring a corrupted item to a place where it was made, or to places of some significance upon its path, to thereby diffuse the foul touch of Mordor that has, in the interim, claimed it. We must learn the story of this heirloom before it comes to Mordor. The wizard turns the artifact over in his hand, studying it for some clue to its origin. To your eye, the heirloom is a golden necklace, ordinary save for the large ruby at its center. The chain is broken and cannot have easily been worn for some time.
Really?
It looks familiar to you. Familiar, you say? Gandalf asked, stroking his beard. How so? You tell him that the necklace shares a resemblance with one worn by a man called Umin in the tunnels beneath the Forsaken Inn of the Lowlands. Umin had been ensnared by a villainous spirit inhabiting a necklace just like this one, and breaking its hold upon the man had not been easy. Let us hope no such spirit bedevils this necklace, but there is some foulness about it all the same. If you find this Umin, he may be able to help you cleanse the corruption unearthing it. I say it is time for you to return to the Forsaken Inn, my friend. Anlaf the Forlorn may know where you can find Umin now. How's that for a callback?
That's great. That's not what mine says.
Oh, you didn't do that? Okay.
Mine says, and I'll start from where it's different.
Okay.
The wizard turns the object over in his hands, studying it for some clue to its origin. To your eye, it is a simple bag of leather, sealed with a strap of cord tied in a simple-looking knot. Mithrandir sets his fingers to untying the knot, but the cord resists his efforts. He frowns. There is more here than appears at first. For untying this knot should be a simple matter, yet is not. There is some power at work here that keeps the bag sealed. When I shake it, I hear a sound as of small stones. The bag is not empty, but what it contains will remain secret until the bag is opened. I've seen bags of this type in the possession of Earthkin, such as those that live at Lemakoti in the Ram Duath, south of Angmar. Speak to their chief, and perhaps he will be able to open the bag and remove the corruption that surrounds it.
Okay.
Why are ours different?
I'm not sure. I have no idea. I've only ever played this game solo pretty much.
Right.
99% of my playing.
Right. Have you ever had a character that got here other than Rundgren?
No, Rundgren's part. This is. I've got a champion that goes up to Dol Amroth.
Right.
But this is my farthest.
I wonder if it's a different quest based on class.
Might be. It could be class or level. So
That's
yellow
really cool.
Yeah.
I also really like that. There's Lord of the Rings has this, and it's a thing that I love in media. It's in Magnus as well, where objects take on aspects of what's around them.
Yeah.
You know, there's we talked about this when we covered Japanese mythology, but the Tsukumogami, right? The item that has existed long enough and been around emotions and feelings and energy long enough that it has become alive,
yeah.
you know, almost. And that's super cool. So then we want to do these on Scream, obviously, but I guess in 2 weeks we split up.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And then I bet meet up, probably have one quest there each,
Yeah.
and then go back to meet back up at Elrond.
Yeah, most likely. That's cool. Yeah, exactly.
I'm very happy that you're happy with your figure.
No, that's awesome. That's what a cool spot to stop tonight too, right? Like,
Yeah.
Okay. I did not, as soon as, like, I was sitting here going, man, it's cool that he's talking about, like, the object, like, having stuff, and then you started reading about it being a necklace, and I was like, wait, no, it's not. It's not a necklace. What do you mean?
Stop lying. Yeah, close I am to level, though, man. Got it right there.
Yeah, we'll get that for
Right
sure.
there for sure. Mm-hmm. All right, man. 8 minutes past.
So, next week I won't be streaming. If he decides to stream, that's on him. You know, stream both of your screens.
There might be a way to work it out. I doubt Trey would have to get here a little bit early. We'd have to do a little
I could
bit
do that.
Experiment.
And we could see if we could get it going.
Yeah.
We will look into it. But just remember, Friday we'll have a stream. But if we're going to start stream Monday, there'll be something there. But I'm not going to put that on him. That's up. You know, he can do that if he wants to. But I'm not going to say, hey, he's doing it.
If I do it, I might do this quest.
Yeah.
And do some skirmishes.
Yeah. Try to
When
get
we
some more
come
XP.
back. We'll put you on this so you can run
I got you.
the quest.
Yeah.
Your character and
And then we could just switch back. Yeah.
Yeah.
That would work. Okay. So until next time, I've been Trey.
I've been wrong.
This has been the Full Spectrum. Remember to always enjoy the Full Spectrum that LOTRO has to offer.
Appreciate y'all. Good night.